The swing on the left side, getting the touch. Taylor Landfair gets her first kill.
When Taylor first got here, obviously she's physically gifted. We can all see that. Not because of her length or physicality. It was more just her ball control, the way she could play.
Coming into my sophomore year, I was really excited because this is a whole new fresh start.
Big one for Taylor Landfair.
We just got this whole new vibe, whole new chemistry, bond, all that.
Well, Taylor Landfair has the ability to take over at the net. She's got a ton of range, has really good vision.
During my preseason matches, out of nowhere, I was like, ow, that really, really hurts. I don't really know what that is.
The fall of 2021, we had a game against Texas. She was starting to pull back on a few things that were very, very subtle. So I said, what's going on? She was, yeah, it's pretty painful.
I knew something was wrong. I was like, that's not Taylor's swing. She's hesitant. She's taking the heat off the ball. And then I see Ronnie stands up and she signals, you got to sub her out.
I talked to Ronnie about it. She's like, listen, we're just gonna kind of keep it cool for right now. Unfortunately, I had to sit out a lot of games.
Landfair, she was healthy to start the season, then was injured for 3 weeks, now back in Hugh McCutcheon's lineup.
I was at the Michigan game when Taylor actually hurt her ab, or she did the final tear.
She was cleared to play 3 rotations in the front row. We felt comfortable she could do that.
She took a swing, and then I saw her body language in her face.
And that was it. She goes, nope, we're done.
She is jacked on at the Minnesota sideline.
We found out later that she actually ripped her whole ab muscle.
And turned it on. There's Landfair.
You know, it's your abs, so it's involved in everything that you do, from getting out of bed in the morning to standing to sitting. So all those things come into play, so it's hard to rest an injury like that.
I'll never forget sitting down with Ronnie in her office. She was telling me that she thinks it'd probably be best to just sit out and just call it a red shirt.
There were tears. I cried, she cried. I looked at her and I said, this is about you at this point. That's all that matters.
When you see your kid going through adversity, when you know they have a good support system, then you know they're in good hands.
I was like, wow, like, this isn't real. This isn't real life. Taylor's not gonna play. I felt bad. I know it's an uncontrollable and it happens. She's been putting in all the work for the last 3 years and now she's gonna have to just stop.
We got a chance to see another side of Taylor. She took on a different role. Now she's a cheerleader, but she was the biggest cheerleader on that team during that time.
At that high of caliber of the player that Taylor is, a lot of the players wouldn't react the same way that Taylor did. A lot of the players would probably say like, oh, woe is me, or try to get all the attention. But Taylor was the complete opposite.
I think from overcoming this injury, I've just learned who I am off the court and how to really translate that onto the court. Just becoming a better teammate and becoming more of who I am.
It sounds funny to say this, but it could have been a blessing in disguise. The way that she came back, I think it fortified something in her.
This Minnesota team is so excited to have outside Taylor Landfair back.
After that injury, then I came back and I was like, listen, I'm about to show everybody what I have. I've never felt so strong in my entire life. I was like, let's go, like we're about to ramp this up.
And everything she did building up to that is exactly why she is able to come back and be even better than she was before her injury.
Taylor's comeback was definitely unlike any other one I've seen. Just coming back even stronger, physically and mentally.
Landfair puts it down, and Minnesota wins.
When you see someone kind of when they're having success, last year was a tremendous season for her, but when you start to learn the real story of what it took to get there, they seem that much more special.
I was like, yes, I am. Like, you're going to watch, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to be the best volleyball player I've ever been. I think I did that.
Landfair crushes it.
To see the joy that she had out on the court, just being able to come back and play, that was a huge accomplishment for her.
Another big one for Taylor Landfair.
She spends a tremendous amount of time in the training room. It's a process to get her ready to practice and compete. And I have a lot of respect for the extra time that she puts in to make sure that she's ready to play at a high level.
I got all these accolades, and I got Big Ten Player of the Year. I thought that was really cool because I was like, I had this injury, and people were doubting me.
Talent's one thing. When you combine it with the work, that's where the magic happens. It was good to see her get this external validation of all of that stuff that she's committed to.
There were so many people that helped with my recovery, especially my family and my mom in particular. I had overcome so much adversity, and I would for sure say this is the biggest one. Again, I'm not letting anything out. I'm just going to come back the exact same way I did before.